Okay. Pause, please.
We're 3 seconds in.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Look, okay.
Broke your brain that much.
Yes, it literally, like, I can't even, like, function properly now. Like, I don't know if it's just because of how late at night this is, and maybe we're just tired. Maybe I'm tired, or that movie just broke me that much. I really don't know. But on that note, hey guys, I'm here with John again, and we just watched. No, it is the worst movie ever. It really is.
Revenge.
Yeah, as you heard before, John was gonna get revenge on me because I made him watch Birdemic 3, but we just saw after last season.
If Birdemic is Mark cutting me off in traffic and flipping me off, after last season is the equivalent of me tracking down where he lives and nuking his home.
I mean, this is what Malcolm McDowell watched in A Clockwork Orange. No, you're right. That is literally like, I literally broke down and like I didn't know if I was crying or laughing.
You lost your grasp on reality.
I really did. I don't even know if I'm laughing or crying.
I think I broke Mark, guys. I think my revenge went a little too far.
No.
This movie is like one of the top 3 worst movies I've ever seen in my life.
I genuinely think it might be the one, honestly. Birdemic 3 might be like 3, honestly.
It is absolutely broken. Everything about it is bad. The story makes no sense. The acting is bad. The shot compositions are bad. The lighting is bad. The editing is bad. The music is bad. The everything is bad.
The one guy had a thunderbolt, like, bald spot at one point.
On the back of his head.
Yeah, that was...
What do you see? I saw a cylinder. What did you see that? No, a basket. And you just lost it.
I saw a cylinder. Is that what you were picturing? No, I was picturing a basket. Let's try something.
I don't know why that was so funny.
Because he was just giving the most derpy, like, disappointed face. It was, like, I'm sorry, it was too funny. There's actually a lot of moments that were really funny in this, and I had a really good laugh. Which reminds me, because of how great our reactions were to this movie, we actually decided 6 minutes in that we were going to record our us reacting. So we're going to be releasing that soon. This is what my movie's going to look like, isn't it?
Mark, I can confidently say your movie will come out better than this.
You gonna watch it when it comes out?
Sure. We'll
October
review
12th.
it for the show.
I should honestly save this for the end. I'll spoil the other thing at the end. But see, I can't even. My brain's not even working right.
Okay,
like,
so
this movie broke me. I'm sorry.
So what I think this movie's about, and I say think because I say think because it conveys its ideas so poorly. Because and the sound is terrible too, so it's hard to hear what the actors are saying sometimes.
The guy who made this had a paper fetish.
Yeah, all the sets are paper. That reminds me, the set design is terrible because you have a paper MRI machine, like a building with just 3 pieces of paper taped to the side of the wall, and none of its ideas are conveyed well at all. What I think the movie is about is they're doing this psychological experiment to see if people can, like, telepathically find out who this murderer was by recollecting this murder.
The
and
murder
then,
with the cone.
And the cone spike.
The CGI cone in real life is the knife, and then there's the ghost.
And like in the dream, okay, so like the guy has a dream where the ghost is the killer and it tries to kill them, but like in real life the ghost is the victim and it stops the killer or something. Honestly, it's impossible to care.
By the time we got to that part, like, I genuinely just couldn't care anymore. I only really stayed there because I wanted to say I finished the movie, honestly. Even the credits, like, I mean, we thought, like, as soon as they showed the gaps in some of the parts of the credits, I was like, dude, just no. Like, even the credits are saying, like, fuck you to us. Like, really.
Yeah, it shows a block of credits and then nothing, and you think it's just over, and then more credits play, and I don't know if that was just a cheap attempt to stretch it to 90 minutes or what.
It might, honestly. And yeah, that's the thing. This movie's supposed to be an hour and a half, but we watched it at 1.25 speed.
Yeah. I've seen it at regular speed and it's unwatchable. So I'm like, we'll watch it at 1.25 speed just to help make it an easier pill to swallow.
And the fact that knowing that while watching this and seeing how poor it was sped up, let alone that, I'm horrified. That probably would have done. I feel like you would have done this review by yourself, and I'd be in Sam's new Golden Child Toys house over there, like shaking back and forth like Cool Cat in his closet. Like, literally, yes, like that's literally how I would have been if I saw that. I'm shocked I'm not like that right now, actually.
The director's name is Mark.
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, another reason why this broke me is because so many things in this movie correlate to me. Like the writer, producer, director, the cinematographer was named Mark. The first thing, like 3 seconds into the movie, you're gonna see this when we release our watch through. 3 seconds in, and what you see is a baby blue background and white writing, which is the literal first thing you see in my short film, A Good Man, which is probably one of the best things I've ever made. And I'm sitting there like, why? And the music, the really bad garage band done music, which
it's just plinking on a piano, then plinking on an organ, then just some random bassoon notes.
That's literally the soundtrack to this. Yeah, it makes me feel, I mean, at least I can make something somewhat competent. Like, but it reminded me almost a little bit of the tune that I played in the beginning of my short film Trip. But like,
that at least had a motive to it. This was just random plinkering around.
Exactly. Like, but like so many things. There was one other thing that I remember pointing out.
The same cabinet or something.
Oh yeah, there's actually a dresser, like a cabinet, like a drawer thing that I saw in the movie that I have the exact same one right over here. Actually, it's where I keep my private movie stash, and it's where my bad movie collection actually is in there. And so like and part of me mentioned, because by this time I've released the trailer to my movie, I'll put in quotation marks. The movie's called A Maniac on Catnip, so that should tell you the quality of that. But I'm sitting there like, honestly, like, as if someone can watch like that movie and say that it's better than After Last Season, I will be happy in life. Because I don't even know, there are things in this movie that don't even make sense. And like, because I guess, well, okay, obviously, but like, because you said that like this was this movie was basically a money laundering scheme?
It's speculated to be a money laundering scheme, because apparently the budget was $5 million, but it looks like they spent a penny and a piece of string on it. Like,
Yeah.
where did the money go?
Like,
the Mark region must have, like, fled the country to, like, Costa Rica or something on that money.
Yeah, and like, you know, and as someone who's created stuff, I've made stuff for literally no money at all, and I think my stuff came out better than this. Like, and if I can do stuff off a zero budget in my backyard, and this happened, like, how? Well, they made an MRI machine out of cardboard, and it looked horrible.
They made walls out of cardboard.
They're some of them are even wrapped in wrapping paper. There was like pieces of paper like as textures on the wall. Like it looked like a paper fetish. Like I think this Mark has a paper fetish, which in all honesty makes my skin crawl because that's just
There's the like I can't even give the movie credit for like you could argue like, oh, but the odd performances and like odd set design is and the bad sound is meant to create this like room noise atmosphere that's supposed to immerse you in, but like the editing is also so bad that I think if that was even intentional, which by the way I don't, it would fail at that because like it keeps cutting away at like different zoomed in angles of the same shot, and it shows like random arrows on the door, and the CGI animation. I forgot to mention the one good thing about the movie, Pixar, eat your hearts out. This movie had the best cubes and cylinders and cone people.
I mean, it's sure.
And it made a question mark twice.
Yeah, there was. Oh my! I can't even like. Even that stuff. I don't even see the thing. I literally can't for the life of me tell you even what happens in this movie.
You took a snapshot of the rain.
That reminds me. What's even happening? Other than what you were explaining before, but the only reason I know that is because you said it. Like I don't even I don't even think my brain is functioning properly. Like in case that's not obvious to anyone right now. Well, I lost brain cells from this thing. Like,
well, don't worry, Mark. I know the perfect movie to get your spirits up after watching this. But before we do, I'm going to give my rating. And you know what I rate this movie? You know what I'm going to give it, Mark?
Well, the lowest is a 1, so I'm going to say a 1.
Wrong. I give it a big fat 0. This movie is not deserving of even a 1, and even though IMDb only goes down to a 1 and Letterboxd only goes to half a star rating, I personally, in my heart, give it a 0 because this movie does nothing. I don't know how anyone could unironically enjoy this. It's just an awful, awful experience. This movie offers nothing, and it fails at everything, and therefore, I award it nothing.
I'll give it a 1 on IMDb because that's the lowest score. But yeah, if I could give it a 0, I would. I mean, I remember hearing that food fight movie, the really bad CGI food fight movie. Someone rumored that there was a rumor that it was the only movie to ever receive like a negative score on Rotten Tomato, which I don't even think that's possible.
I don't know how that's possible.
But if that's the case, I want this movie to have the negative score. I want to give this a negative score because it took something from me. Like, it took my brain cells. Like, it took an hour and 12 minutes out of my life. This movie hurt me.
If you play any clips from the watch-along during this video, you play the clip the exact moment where you just broke. Did you see a cylinder? No, it was a basket.
I saw a cylinder. Is that what you were picturing? No, I was picturing a basket. What was
I don't know why that was so funny.
If anything, as soon as you say that, I might just play that part in there, and then like I might have some of those spliced. I'm probably gonna have some like of the playthrough, like watch through. I'm probably gonna have some of the watch through like spliced in here and there just to tease it so that like we can show that yeah, this is definitely worth watching. But on that note, thank you for watching. Anything you want to say about liking, subscribing, or any of that? Did this movie inspire anything?
Yeah, if we're doing movie reactions now, full reaction on Patreon if you have one. Because that's what everyone says at the end of those reaction videos.
I did have one, but I haven't used it in a while because of everything going on. But anyways, I'll have like I can't even like, subscribe, all that stuff. And oh, what I do need to say is, when we do release our watch through, if you guys love it, if you guys love this, I might release my half of the watch through. I can't even say words right because of this movie. It really did. I'll release the little bit that I watched of Velocipaster with Ryan and Dion way back, because I did actually show bits of that in that review. And on that note, see you in the next review.
And if you don't want a lightning-shaped bald spot on your head, today's video is sponsored by Keeps. Did you know 2 in 3 men experience hair loss by the age of 35?